Look at this satellite image. In 2021, a cargo ship called the Ever Given accidentally wedged itself sideways, trapping hundreds of vessels inside this narrow Egyptian waterway. Oil markets panicked within days. Supply chains built on precise schedules broke down, and international companies faced billions in losses from delayed inventory. Global powers now deploy active military forces to this specific desert landscape, patrolling the water to ensure the route remains open. Modern globalization depends on speed. This makes the entire world economy vulnerable to any disruption inside this one man-made trench. This map shows what geopolitics calls a choke point. These are narrow geographic vulnerabilities where enormous amounts of global trade are forced into a concentrated space. Because so much wealth must squeeze through these bottlenecks, controlling this infrastructure provides direct leverage over international markets. How did a shortcut through the desert become the ultimate prize for global empires, and why does it remain a primary geographic vulnerability today? Before 1869, European trade with Asia required a slow journey around the African continent. Ships burned fuel and time on a dangerous route. The Suez Canal slashed that distance. Fuel costs dropped immediately, accelerating trade between East and West. The British Empire realized this shortcut was essential for maintaining rapid access to its overseas colonies, particularly India. Britain used its naval power to gain major influence over the canal, ensuring their military and commercial ships had priority through the shortcut. By controlling the physical infrastructure of this choke point, Britain gained the ability to dictate the movement of global wealth and military forces. In 1956, Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser nationalized the Suez Canal, suddenly stripping it away from foreign corporate control. This triggered a panic in Britain and France. They feared that losing control of the waterway meant losing their strategic economic lifeline. Britain, France, and Israel launched a joint military invasion to seize the canal back by force, resulting in violent urban combat around the infrastructure. Overwhelming political pressure from the international community eventually forced the invading powers into a humiliating withdrawal. This crisis marked the end of European imperial dominance and proved that Middle Eastern nations now held immense leverage over the world economy. While 19th-century empires have faded, modern global trade relies on this waterway more heavily than ever before. As China rose into a manufacturing superpower, its export economy became dependent on the Suez Canal to reach consumers in Europe. To protect these supply routes, China's Belt and Road Initiative invests billions in foreign ports and maritime networks. In modern geopolitics, controlling the logistics of movement is the functional equivalent of imperial conquest. Geographically, the Suez Canal is chained to the Red Sea. This forces global shipping past highly volatile political zones along the Arabian Peninsula. Regional conflicts and asymmetric threats in these waters spike insurance costs and force companies to either delay shipments or reroute them entirely. Because modern economies are optimized for just-in-time efficiency, there are no easy backups when this route fails, forcing consumers globally to absorb the resulting inflation. Tiny, fragile geographic choke points like the Suez Canal quietly dictate how the modern world functions, wielding more power over the global economy than many standing armies.